Good morning, Alabama. My name is Lisa Ann.
And I'm Stephen Serwin.
And welcome to Channel 13 News. This morning, death row convict Walter McMillan has just been exonerated. He had been on death row for a total of 6 years. His trial just ended just now.
In the trial, Ralph Myers, the main witness at the initial trial, recanted his testimony. In the first trial, it was alleged that Walter McMillan was seen at the crime with his lowrider truck. Today, new evidence was presented that contradicted this. There are receipts from when Mr. McMillan modified his truck on the date after the murder.
Woodrow Rickner, the first officer on the scene of the crime, also testified that he was asked to lie at the initial trial. He refused to do so and thus lost his job.
There was also the testimony from the doctors that took care of Ralph Myers in the mental facility. They said that Myers would tell them of his guilt and regret for lying at the trial. Myers' fellow inmates also called to the stands and testified the same.
Now we will be tuning in to Chad Oliver live at the courthouse.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm standing outside the Montgomery courthouse, where Walter McMillan has just been released from death row. In a moment, we will see some of the people involved with the case walk out of the courthouse. Oh look, here they come now. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Can I get your take on the case?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm Walter McMillan's mother. I'm just so happy they finally released my baby. Oh, I'll tell you what those men did was just so wrong in it. I thought I'd die from the pain it caused me to just think of them. They're just putting away on death row. But I'll tell you what. You know, I was there with him that day, and I was cooking crawfish for the church cookout. I tell you what, when that furniture man came and he said that his niece got killed, oh, it was such a shame. It was a shame, really. But then the police came and then they arrested my baby. And I said, you ain't got no right. He didn't do it. And oh, I bet I'm just so happy I could just die my happiness that he's coming home.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a wonderful evening.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now to Lisa Ann with an interview of Brian Stevenson, Walter McMillan's defendant on the case.
Okay.
Thank you, Connor. I'm Lisa and I'm here on the scene with Brian Stevenson, Mr. Walter McMillan's attorney. Sir, I know you worked very hard on this case. Can you tell me what that was like?
It was very difficult to get people to understand that he was innocent and to prove that to the people of the jury and the court themselves. After some time, we got there though, and he's free.
And what was it like when he was finally freed?
It was very exciting to finally see him freed after 6 years. It was a long, hard fight, but we got there, so it's very exciting.
And where do you think you're going to go after this?
After this, there's many more people still in the system that need help because they can't afford it.
And I understand that you work at EJI. What does EJI do?
The Equal Justice Initiative is a non-profit organization. We provide legal assistance to those who are in need. Our main goal is to stop the mass incarceration and protect people from the racial and economic injustice in today's society.
Wow, thank you so much. I wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm standing outside the Montgomery courthouse with Officer Tate. Officer Tate, what is your take on the exoneration of Walter McMillan?
It's blasphemy. The thought that people would stand up for a murderer. And I may be a sheriff, but first I am a concerned citizen. The thought that these people would let a murderer just roam the streets with children around, no less, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I cannot.
You don't think there's even a remote chance he could be innocent?
Not at all. It is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That man is a guilty man. And I and everyone know it.
And what are your thoughts on the allegations of police corruption in your precinct?
Well, I would never. But in my precinct, how dare you, sir? How dare you? Okay, I have the most respected and honorable man in my department. This side of the Mississippi. Do you hear me? I'm not talking to you.
Okay, that's all I have for you here. Tune in next. A woman thinks she's a penguin because she's raised by cheetahs. I'm Chad Oliver, Monroe County Courthouse, Monroeville, Alabama.